Well, Beatrice, what topic we would like to have stories about how you help African women helping African women, because I've heard so many.
Yeah.
Have you got some stories you could tell us in a minute or so?
Yeah, I have so many stories. It will be covering more than 1 minute. But I'm an African woman, authentic African woman. And in 2001, I went to the United States. I've been in Oklahoma since 2001. Now I'm a U.S. Resident. And when I went to United States, I seen the opportunities in that country that I could not just sit and forget about where I came from. Because as you see, this is around me here. This is the environment that I was grown in. I was brought up in. But in the United States, it's a totally different environment. And so when I went there, I went as an intern in the US. And then when my internship was over, when I was a little girl, a family from Sweden, Anna Lansson, had given me a chance for education. And this chance for education transformed who I am today. Because in this community, 10% of my peer, the only people living that my age group are 10%. 90% of my peer group are gone. They're either dead of HIV/AIDS or malaria or just hardship. And you can walk around this village. You'll find old people like this lady sitting just behind us. She's having her lunch today. We offer a feeding program here. We feed over 250 children and widows and elderly like this. You'll find many of these people this age and less of people my age. It's not like they're married. No, they're dead. And
how old are you?
I am 33 years old.
Yeah,
and
as
you'll
me.
find less of my age groups. And so when I came back, my dad passed away in 2006 because of malaria. And when I came back here for his funeral, I was touched tremendously to see the situation. And that is when I was prompted to give back. At the same time, growing up in America, when I went there, I always have a desire to give back. And when I was still an intern, I kept begging my mom, I want to help a child. Please find for me a little girl that I can make a difference into her life, because somebody made a difference into my life. I wanted to give back. And I watched this movie of Pay Forward. And I'm like, this is it. I have to pay forward.
I saw that.
And so after I watched that movie, I was sold. I'm like, I have to find a child.
Yeah.
And my most interest was a little girl because, it was just, I wanted to relate to it. And to cut the story short, one time my mom called me from just randomly and told me that, Beatrice, are you still ready to help? I found for you a child you can help. And the story of this little kid kind of like really touched me, because my mom told me briefly over the phone that this kid is a total orphan, and both of her parents had died 6 months apart, and they were living with an uncle who was an alcoholic. Actually, the girl don't live far away from here. If we had time, right now she's in a boarding school. That's why she's not here. I could have showed you like the practical girl. I took her to a boarding school. But her uncle was an alcoholic. The girl, Millicent, was about 10 years old, and was already the breadwinner of her household. And whatever just touched me the most is this 10-year-old was also raising her brother, who is polio, got polio.
Yes.
And the leg was crippled and the arm, and this kid looked like a autistic kid, but it was just pathetic. And so my mother took her in because I could provide for her. But little did we know that Millicent will be our ambassador to go tell all her friends in school what is happening. And after that, we started having kids just come in and out, they just come in, and my mother never turned them away. And so one time I called my mother again that I'm ready to send help for Millicent, and she said, no, I don't want the help, because now I have a big problem that I cannot solve. And then I asked her, like, what is the problem? There are so many kids, they come here, they want to eat, they hear that we buy school uniform for them and stuff like that, and I don't have zero money. And at the time, my mother was a school teacher, and her salary was only $50 a month.
Yes.
And that $50 a month, she was still not even getting paid. It could be like 3
Oh.
months before she get her salary and stuff like that. And so you see this burden wants to be added on it. She was furious. She was like, I don't want, this is gonna be hard. I can't help these kids. It breaks my heart to hear their conditions and stuff. And I remember, because I told one of my friends that I do not have the audacity to forget where I've come from.
Yes.
I have to do something. And at the moment in the US, I had a group of college students.
Yes.
We used to hang out, go to the movies, go eat out every time instead of cooking in the house. And the little money we just waste on everything. And I calculated and I found out that I can save $175 a month. I can save from either not eating out or not going to the movies every Friday, every Saturday. You want to go to the park and do everything. I decided that I can save $175 a month, and that money I can send over here to help my mom, to help the community.
Yes.
Because I wanted to give back into this community.
Did you know Dr. Frank and
No,
Global Mission Partners yet?
At the time, no.
Oh,
Yeah.
so could you tell us how you met and how that worked?
Yeah.
Because we're here with Dr. Brian Frank and Global Mission Partners and our charity, Muvezi Health Project Society, because of you. So
Yes.
how did that happen?
And so where I went for internship
Yes.
is at the time Pastor Brian was still, the Global Mission and Pastor Brian was still in Texas.
Oh.
And when he moved to Oklahoma, I was already in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
And so I got to meet him then. And when he came to Oklahoma
Yeah.
at City Church, he's the mission pastor at City Church, and that's where I attend.
Yes.
And so we serve in the same staff.
Yes.
And I love the mission and I love to make a difference. And
Yes.
so when I heard about all the stuff he does,
Yes.
I wanted to be a part of all the missions he goes to.
Yes.
And so for years, about 4 to 5 years,
Yes.
before even Maisha was started, I was already participating on mission trips with him to Mexico.
Yes.
With-
But did your mom already have these children coming at that time?
At the time,
The timing.
yes, yeah. At the time, it was not Maisha Foundation yet,
no.
but she had people
She still,
coming.
so for years she was doing this before Dr. Frank found out.
Yes, yeah.
And then you said you have to help with it?
Yes,
And
yeah.
how did that connect? How did Global Mission Partners come here?
Because now it reached a place where my only money could not help what was going on.
Yeah, you couldn't
and
share
I
that.
had to start sharing the story
Yes.
because I just decided to do something with the little I could save.
Yes, yes.
And it was growing so fast,
Yes.
and I was like, I'm overwhelmed,
Yes, you're
because
overwhelmed.
now the widows are hearing what is happening. They're coming here, knocking at the door in the middle of the night,
Yes.
asking mom for transport to take the kid to the hospital.
Yes.
So it kind of like just became a center where people were coming. It was like a 24 hours operational center,
Yes.
but at the same time, it's somebody's house. It's not a center yet. And so I was, it was overwhelming because it reached a point where $175 I was sending for my mom to help,
Yes,
it was not even touching anything.
yes.
And then I
You were
talked to,
going behind. It
Yeah.
was getting overburdened. Yeah?
yes, it was really getting overburdened. And then that is the time I talked to Global Mission Partners. I
Yes.
told Pastor Brian that,
Yes.
I've been sending half of my paycheck,
Yes.
literally, because I was an intern, so I was just
Yes,
getting just minimal,
Yes, yes,
and
yes.
so it still sounded like half of my paycheck at the time, because I was just getting, my salary was not much. It
Yes, yes.
like I was just being given pocket money,
Yes.
like allowance,
Yes.
but I had a family host in America,
Yes.
and so everything was provided for, and then the organization gave me allowance for internship, and so half of that is what I was sending here, and I was like, I can't do this any
You can't
longer.
forever and ever.
Yeah,
well,
and-
it wasn't working anyway. It wasn't enough.
Yeah, it wasn't enough at all.
yeah.
And so when I shared it with Pastor Brian and I told him about the need here,
Yes.
and then he told me that we can do something, and that's the time we, kind of like started working hand in hand.
Yes.
Maisha was established because I was a college student, and so I got a lot of college students involved.
Yes.
But at the same time, Global Mission Partners stepped up, and since 2007, we took the first trip
Yes.
to Maisha with Global Mission. We came here together to explore.
Yeah.
In fact, when we first came here, this place was flooded.
Oh no.
Yeah, there was.
Well, the roads are bad enough.
Yeah, and so we couldn't even reach here.
Yes.
And so we were just in the city. We were stuck in the city.
Oh no.
For the whole 1 week we were here, we couldn't get here because
No
there was no
kidding.
road. Yeah.
Oh boy.
But yeah,
Oh,
but
boy.
that first trip, it was just to explore what they're doing here.
Yes.
And we came and seen the need,
Yeah.
and we kind of like just found out how can we step up to help the need. We don't want to come here and give a handout.
No,
Yeah.
no, it's sustainability.
Yeah, we were really interested in that, and so I was like, somebody did not give me a handout, because if they gave me a handout, I could have been not like who I am today. Yeah, and so I was not interested in giving any handouts at all, and we wanted to find out what is the best thing to do to sustain these people and also to give them a handout, because really, if you look at it, these people, even these widows that are in this kitchen.
I mean,
Yeah.
we're in 2010,
Yeah.
and this is fabulous.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't even believe when I talk to the people how good the children are doing in school,
Yeah.
how good the teachers are,
Yeah.
and the widows are cooking for 270
Yeah.
plus themselves,
Yes.
plus others are coming, as we can
Yeah,
talk
like
about.
yeah,
the
like
story
the
gets so
widows,
big.
like
Yeah.
the old elderly like this.
Yeah.
They walk very far. Like this one probably started walking
This morning.
4 hours ago to get here to eat what she's eating right
Yes,
now.
yes,
You know,
yes.
and so it's like we just need to give them a hand up,
Yes.
because they already know how to do these things.
Exactly.
They don't have a way out to do it, but we realize that these people, they can do it. They
Yes.
can make it happen.
I saw it here,
Yeah,
yes.
they can make it happen, and
Not only make it happen, it's happening as leadership
Yes.
to help others.
Yes.
Like this isn't just sustainable. This is exploding.
it
I
is.
mean, look, you're building 2.5 acres of new property. You have
in December, and
you
now
actually have it as your property legally in
Yes,
Kenya,
yes.
and now you have the building being
Yeah.
built, and so things are not only getting bigger, but you're providing more and more and more,
Opportunity.
plus bigger and bigger and bigger.
Exactly.
So you're expanding, but more quality.
Exactly.
So I want to see where this goes.
I
This
know.
story is
I am
incredible.
like so excited. I am really excited, because you know, it breaks my heart to come here, and now we are empowering men even to take role of leadership,
Yes.
because
Yeah.
you find that when we started doing this, 90% of the people who are making it happen were just women.
Yes.
And men were just sitting idle under the tree, drinking booze and
Yes,
stuff like
yes.
that. And if you look, people like Olua, people like Ayub, you know, Samson, Paul, those guys,
Well,
before this,
yeah.
they had totally nothing going on.
Is that right?
Yeah, totally nothing.
But you should see them. They're
Yeah,
going
and now
into
they are-
IT. They're going
Exactly.
into university. They
Some are going
want to
to
know
do
about the
social-
Canadian Constitution.
Yeah.
It's amazing. To
Yeah,
me.
and so
Yeah.
that is like 3 years ago. They had nothing going on in their life. Totally nothing.
They're extremely intelligent,
Yeah.
bright, and energetic.
Yes.
And they're enthused now.
Yeah, and so when they say stories how, you know, they just, Maisha is not just for the children. It's like, you know, they're
Teenagers
like,
and-
wow, look who I am today. And, you know, somebody can walk with shoulders straight up.
Yes,
Before they
yeah,
were
yeah.
just like, you know, you
Yes.
think they're already walking
Yes,
dead, you know.
yes, yes.
But I'm telling you, that's what encourages me.
Well,
And
it's-
as much as it's hard to be in the US and I have a job, I have to go to school still,
Yeah.
at the same time, I want to make a living impact and change this community, because these young people we are really helping, they are the leaders of tomorrow.
Well, for people in our Western civilization, U.S. and Canada, etc., these stories are very important, because a lot of people don't like to give donations to charities because they can't see that the money gets on the ground.
Yeah.
And I can say your orphanage and widows and orphans here, every penny gets
Oh,
multiplied.
every penny.
It gets multiplied, not just used,
Yeah.
because you do expand.
That's what encouraged me, because I
I
was
can't
like,
believe what you do with so little.
I was like, 1/4
Yes.
feeds this little kid.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
it will give this Joshua.
Yeah.
Come here, put that pocket of, you know, Joshua.